Hey Mossman, how's it going? You're in fact early. I am in fact late by about 20 minutes from when I normally start. And still sick. Can't forget that. I was kind of sitting there trying to figure out what I was going to do for the day. Because yeah. Well, it could be worse. See, I think I'm getting over it, you know, and I'm not like so encouraged. I still sound sick, but it's not the worst. Well, my roommate, he's been sick an extra week over the time that I have, so that poor guy. I've been sick since what, Friday? Something like that. So, you know, I mean, I'm on like the 6th day, I guess, the start of it. But I mean, he's on his 13th day. That's crazy. It's just horrible. So I've been stopping to cough, hack, and blow my nose periodically. I just have to mute it suddenly. Oh, well, there you go. That was unexpected. Hello. 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 I was taking a picture for the screenshot there for the go to the hospital. Because why? I mean, it's just a random, like, you know, sickness thingy. Like, you know, even the flu, like, it doesn't really do anything. Like, you go to the hospital, they look at you and go, okay. I mean, what are they gonna do? You're not gonna die from it or anything. It's just you know, it's not even the flu. This could just be like a rhinovirus or something. No, honey. Let's see, for early on I was gargling salt water for the sore throat, but I'm past the sore throat now, so it doesn't really help much. I take a lot of vitamins, you know, really organic, nice liquid vitamins and everything like that, so loaded up with vitamin C. Just been getting sleep really and not really exerting myself too much. I don't eat a lot of crap or anything, so I tend to get over things pretty fast. Well, relatively. Maybe it's COVID a second time. Heck yeah. First time was like a wimpy flu, so if this is it the second time, then okay. That wasn't even a single day I was bedridden. I just didn't go do anything because I didn't feel like it, but I don't actually know what I'm doing with this. I just wanted to use it for a screenshot. Oh. You could try the apple cider vinegar stuff they've tried too. Some people always recommend that for things, but I'll get over it eventually. I have no idea what I plan on doing today. There's a lot wrong with her collision. Like stuck in her body. Is it always stuck in her body? I don't know. Activate cloth paint. Is it stuck in her body? I think it is. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, indeed. You make certain DAS is not open on the screen directly. Good old DAS being the most unsafe program in the history of all streaming. But let's see here. You could open what it was and then drag it over so people could watch. Sad part is I was going to work on this other game I had that was in Unreal Engine, but last time it crashed on stream and it broke the entire landscape, so I need to fix it. I didn't even realize it. I'm like, oh no. Unreal Engine, why do you always break things? Like, it's so cool until you discover your project's just suddenly gone. That's not very cool. That's not cool at all. Where is it at? This one. I was trying a shorter hair in this one because the other hair is a mess in this engine. Like the really long one she has, it just... You don't want that. You really don't. It just turns into this giant mess of just hair everywhere. Alright. You loading this, Daz? Yep. Daz online, yo. I probably caught it from my roommate. He, you know, works a normal job with a lot of people around, and he just got it. Actual Poppet model. Unfortunately, this is not very good for this. Let's see. Let me move this over here. Very limited screen space here. So. With shorter hair, of course. Doesn't look anywhere near as good in Unreal Engine. Is there any way I can move her hair up? The fact that it's stuck in her body makes this hair not very good. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Being sick is the most overrated thing ever. I could try a different hair. I just hate that this thing sticks through her. It's not simulated, is it? Well, we can be sick together, you know, just hanging out, doing hangout things. I don't know. I thought about playing a game. I don't know what to play. I'm just sitting there going, well, people want me to play their games. I was going to play Half Minute Hero at some point because this is kind of an inspiration game. Eat ice cream on a cold night. No, it happens. Probably not what got you sick, but doesn't seem that enjoyable on a night that's, you know, cold. I can bake the thing under. If I wind it back some, that'll do it. That'll get it off her. I don't care if it sticks up, irrelevant there, but I just can't have her go through her clothing. Ugh. Volume, no thanks. Oh, thanks, Mike. I definitely, I actually feel better than I did, you know. Just, still stuffed up nose. Haven't been coughing anywhere near as much. Now it's just every once in a while. But, unfortunately, when your nose is all stuffed up, nothing sounds right. Wish something did. Okay, this will get it off her, right? I literally don't care where the hair ends up. Unreal Engine will fix that. I just don't want it stuck inside of her. That's it. That's all. Perfect. It looks absolutely stupid. Exactly what I want. Perfect. Unreal Engine is not capable of really moving the stuff outside of the model, so it has to be done in here, and I don't really care how it looks once it gets there, because you can just it'll fix it when I apply cloth paint and gravity is applied to it. So no worries, but some worries. I need all of these, and then let's see, close eyes, I believe. No, eyes closed, I think is how it's listed, yeah. So she can blink. I even have a thing so she can breathe, but she's a doll, she doesn't breathe. So for other characters, they can breathe. Occasional cough break there. Yeah, so she can have all the emotions in that. Sure. And just to double check, because this one has clearly got issues. Oh god, did I just do that? Oh, I forgot I activated cloth paint in the first place. Alright, well, give that a second. At least it's not as bad as Miranda in the other game with her 9 million different things. Poppet's only got like 3. Freaking Miranda's hair is 9 different things. Not like I was crying. What? No, not crying. I'm not looking necessarily towards the microphone the whole time. I think it was because I was more slumped over looking at something or trying to... I was looking really far away from it. I had the microphone positioned between my 2 monitors. And if I look, you know, more towards the center, then I'm going to sound probably a lot better. But if I look down here over here, then it's not going to sound as good. So, where I should be looking, where I was looking, you know? Is an unfortunate thing, yes. Oh, I'll have to redo the animations here, won't I? Oh, well, I mean, you know, it happens. They probably let out another plague so they can make more money off us. Yeah, probably. And like, nobody's taking our other vaccine. Quick, put another one out so they'll take another vaccine. Gotta make more money. But nah, seriously, like every year, like, there's something goes around, so. A lot of years I don't, well, actually, during all of, like, COVID, I didn't catch anything. I didn't catch anything until, like, I think last year. I went, like, 2.5 years with catching nothing. Great. And I got COVID, like, well, I think about a year ago at this point. It was pretty minor. Like, I was like, okay, this is like a wimpy flu. Okay, thanks. And now, I mean, this stuff just lingers. But I was never bedridden or anything like that. So it's not like I was like, I think one night I had some chills or something. I just kind of sat in front of a heater with a sweater on, and that was it. I didn't even stop messing with game dev. I was like, whatever. If that's the best you got, I'm not worried at all. Oh, who are you kidding? I'm a gamer. I'm not particularly the healthiest person ever in the first place. I've gotten healthier, but, you know, I was gonna say, I think I was actually more sickly when I was younger. I think I've gotten healthier as the years have gone by. I used to catch things for all the time. Like, every year I'd catch something. But I also was, you know, doing crap like drinking soda every day in, like, large quantities, which is just trash. You shouldn't do that to yourself, but... Yeah. I was young, I was dumb. It showed. I guess I can just delete this one. I want to save these animations. I guess we'll just call it a remake, huh? Do I do call it a remake? I guess. I don't know. The thing about Unreal Engine is if you decide to start using it before you move it to somewhere, it makes these weird redirectors, and it's just... You can't see them normally, but they are just obnoxious. Did you freeze on me, Unreal Engine? Did you? Task Manager? What's up with Unreal Engine? Is it being dumb? Yeah, it's being dumb. No, you. Stop being dumb. You know, Unreal Engine 5 is real cool. It does a lot of neat things. Here's what I've actually seen with Unreal Engine 5. It crashes a lot. It's actually destroyed multiple games at this point. Unreal Engine 4 did not do this thing. Just Unreal Engine 5 has done it to me. It's responsible for destroying progress on the first game I was making in it, because I switched over. You need your subscription to Clip Studio Paint? Oh. Like Lepus, you use that too, huh? Seems like all the rage, I've just never used it. Be weird if they force you to subscribe via smartphone all the time. I mean, it's not exactly a smartphone software, right? It's just for PC. Wait, they set this up as a temporary measure? Why? No, that's weird. I wouldn't even do it. I don't want to register a cell phone, anything. I just wouldn't do it. Like, nah. That's just weird. I try not to give people extra information because I've just learned that it's just not going to be a good plan. Oh, rename this, but crashed on renaming a freaking file. Let's try this again. Yeah, pretty much. Every phone does belong to China at this point. Basically, World War III started a long time ago. And, it was all about information and attacking people via social media and things like that, and it's been a Cold War the whole time. It's fine. Now we're just learning that it was kind of already going on, as they have all of our information, hack everything they possibly can, and in general, make life kind of miserable. Yeah, the big problem I have is with the cell phones right now is that too many things I have run through Google because they have for like 20 years at this point, so there's not much I could do. Getting away from them is going to be so much work. I've been handing out emails from them for all 20 years. My phone number is through them at the moment. Yeah, back in the good days when they were actually useful search engine. Now I basically don't even use them. But I mean, here I am on, you know, streaming on YouTube, so it's not like I can get away from Google at the moment. I can go over to Rumble or something, but the only reason I have any kind of audience is, well, between RM and YouTube just giving them to me. So, some battles aren't worth fighting. Other ones, well, fight the ones that are, I guess. Okay. Let's see if we can fix this here. Good, good. Her hair sticks up nice and wonderfully, and not inside of her body or clothing in any way, shape, or form. Right? It's not sticking through her head or anything. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I don't know, Rumble's working towards it. Now that Crowder's getting like over 1 million views every stream on there, that's a lot of people. Like most of the other ones just don't even come close to that. Like I mean, I looked at BitChute and no one in BitChute gets anywhere close to that. Plus that places like the Arm Form actually ban BitChute because the word bitch is in it. Like it's literally right there. So it's like, well, their word filter makes it unable to type this in or any URL from it. Nice, can't stream there. I could stream on Twitch, but oh, yeah, like anything from Daz is completely a fetish engine. No one tell you different. Like the amount of dirty art it produces. I mean, all the models are like they're anatomically correct, you know. Like that's why I don't use it on there, because like if I do that, it would just be like an 18+ stream. Granted, Poppet's skin doesn't really have the extra textures you would find on your average female. There's nothing on her chest or anything like that, so it would be, you know, or down there or anything, so it wouldn't be so bad. But let's see, let's create a clothing here. This is section 25. Hair 25. I mean, Crowder's always got a lot of traffic, so he was getting that traffic before the divorce. The divorce is like today. He's been getting the traffic since he moved off of YouTube. The dude's always got millions of viewers, so like that's nothing new. He's more popular than places like CNN or Fox News even are. He gets more views. It's ridiculous. So, like, I think people just underestimate just how popular Crowder actually is. Personally, I don't really watch a lot of that stuff because, well, I honestly don't want to hear it anymore. I'm just tired of it. But, I do keep track of things like where the traffic is going, and like, you know, because if I want to try to stream, then I gotta, like, if there's a better place to go, I'm like, maybe I should do that. There's currently not, but right now your best choices really are still YouTube and Twitch. But I have no followers on Twitch. It's just be starting from nothing. Even though it's probably easier to get monetized on Twitch. Not like not harder or anything, that's for certain. YouTube's so hard to get monetized on, it's nuts. This is skirts 19. I'm just naming it after the section so I can find it. Okay, I guess you can't mouse over, huh? Yeah, I usually don't care about their personal lives a whole lot. I know that that's the sad thing that a lot of these news organizations are all about, but Crowder's divorce is not going to affect anything, so I could care less. Other than, you know, the whole saying, well, you got married in this day and age, sucker. Why would you do that? The divorce rate is incredible. You're more likely to get divorced than, you know, stay married at this point. It's dumb. Why would you even bother? But, you know, he still believes. Probably not after the divorce. He'll probably stop believing in marriage real quick after divorce. I watched my parents get divorced. Yeah, I don't believe in marriage. Good old cough break there. Yeah, I mean, you can say whatever you want. I don't have much in the way of opinions on it. You can say my parents were divorced, it was ugly. I'm never getting married. There you go. That's my stance on marriage right now. No thanks. That woman sat there and, God, like 20 years later was still saying bad things about him. He said bad things about her for I think like 2 months, and then he's just moved on. It was crazy. It's like, but you're the one doing all these things, lady. He stopped talking about you ages ago. You're just a terrible person. What the hell? Get over it. What's about this happy marriage you've had for, you know, like 16 or 17 years since? Spoiler, I guess she wasn't as happy, huh? I don't know. It was always kind of funny to watch. Forgot what I was doing. I know what I'm doing. This is part of just not, you know, feeling so hot. I just am making dumb decisions. So now that this is no longer stuck in her body, it will no longer get caught in her collar, and where half of it goes out and the other half goes in. Weird. Oh, here's the thing about Unreal. It looks neat, and when it works, it's amazing. On the other hand, it also crashes a lot, breaks things, and in general I haven't successfully produced anything with it, so I was more exploring a concept. You see, I was actually going to work on the other game I was working in Unreal, but actually, oh god, if I click this button it's going to take it a moment. Oh, it can show you what happened with the other game and why I'm like, well, ain't that wonderful. I'm gonna wait for this Unreal Engine to finish though before I open another game. It shouldn't take that long because I didn't do anything, but yeah, the problems with Unreal Engine I found is crashes, and the crashes tend to break things, which is unfortunate. Even with autosaves, just breaks things. Things like cloth paint. Look at how long it takes for cloth paint to resolve. Even though I didn't do anything. I need to learn a bunch of things with it, and it might take too long to actually successfully produce something of value with it. I don't know. But everything looks better, easier, faster, and it takes... I put years into, like, RM, and it barely produces anything. So technically, if I did the same in this, I'd probably have a much better game. That's true. I'm not sure what I'm even doing with Poppet Quest on this. Like, I mean, I put Prototype 2 out. Let me, launch the other one real fast here. I don't need this open anymore. Let me launch this. I mean, I'll be able to fix this problem. It's like, it's a big problem, but it's a problem. And then while that's doing its thing, let me bring up some quick little analytics. So here's how I view Poppet Quest. It doesn't really pull in anything. It's just doing its thing. It'll take it a moment. Like, it's had 20 downloads and 147 views since then. For a free game. Okay. And over time, I'm probably going to keep adding you. I don't know. It's taken a long time to get to this point, though, and it's got a lot of problems, so we'll see. I am at the point now where I can easily add to it and it just is a playable game. But I pretty much should hit the real limit on what RM can even do. Like, I'm already having to do a lot of things that just RM, like a lot of simple things, just to make RM able to display, like, you know, simple images. Like, for example, let me bring it up. Because RM is just incapable of displaying, you know, those simple hallways of pictures without lagging. Sorry, cough break. I have to set up a thing where it literally goes, hey, if you're, you know, within 45 squares of this, okay, then you can load it. But otherwise, if you're out, then I have to remove it and continuously do that for everything. Like, it can't even hold like this handful of images without having issues. These images aren't even that big. I mean, I get they're all 1920 by 1080 PNGs, but friggin' Poppet over here is like 400 or 500 megabytes. Like, okay, you just literally drag and drop an image right into here, and it's just good to go. Let's see. Let me go to the map that it broke, because I was actually building this map entirely on. I was working on stream and just adding mountains and things like that, and having fun with it. And it's all cool. Wait for it to do its thing. Taking forever, but not surprising. I was testing out a weird idea on this. I want to make something physics-based, I think. I don't really want to make it RPG. I already have an RPG. I don't want a second one. No. Here's the other fun thing about Unreal Engine. You can't see the little progress bar because it's off the screen here. But, because this monitor's really big. But just look at the extra load times. Now, there is a problem. You know, I'll give it some credit in that I am running a lot of things at the same time as it, but not enough that it should be like my computer's not using that many resources. Like, I mean, if you look, it's fine. Like, and the Earth is a cube. Yes, yes. Well, it takes a while to. It'll apply all its stuff. And you'll get the topography. Now, here's what happened. Man, this ground looks real cool, doesn't it? Look at how great it is. Look at the way it has no texturing. It's all gone. Cool. Thanks. All the stuff's on top of it. That's neat. Thanks. Play. Cool, I squished something. I don't know what I squished. Oh, I think some cupcake squished somewhere. But look, see, it broke the whole ground. Really? Like, all the stuff's on top of it, but the ground's gone. Okay. Nice. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you indeed. So that sucks, but on the other hand, hair physics. Seriously, hair physics. It's already the best thing ever right there because you can make your own waifu simulator with hair physics. Hey, isn't that beautiful? You just wave back and forth and her hair does all kinds of fun things. Perfect. Worth it right there. Also, you can just make things out of nothing. For some reason, it broke the textures on this too. Why not? So why not? So, there's that problem. Oh, it looks like some of the trees are even flying now. Or maybe it's just not loading them. Is that they're flying now? Did you break the landscape that badly? Okay, no, the landscape's there. It's just... yeah. So, to fix this, I think I have to rebuild the landscape, which will probably take like an hour. Oh, yeah, there is. Let me find her. It's actually, I think her name is Blueprint Chan. Well, you go to load her page and she's not even there. What the? Okay. That's not the picture. There you go. This is Blueprint Chan. Yeah, I know. The people who designed her are not the best. If you like that adorable little girl thing, then good for you. But she's not there. But I do think it's funny. Some of their blueprints they've made are funny. Her using this, you know, thingy to, when it completes, it actually like is a timer for her cup of noodle thingy. Is pretty cool, funny. So I can get behind that, but I think Unity Chan's like way hotter. By way hotter, I mean she's actually hot, whereas this one's not at all. No. No. Yeah. Like I say, other than the cup noodle thingy, which I thought was funny, the rest of this is just no. No. Not a fan. But, whereas it's not a very big picture of her. Surely there's a bigger version somewhere around here. Even Unity Chan's not that great, but better than some lowly. Jesus. There's some good art ever. Everyone's their grandmother's made some weird ones. Oh, actually, someone made her in 3D. Huh. This is Unity Chan. Comes with other fun images of her too, but he's I guess this is slightly bigger. So, I mean, you know, better than some lowly. It's about the best I can say. Not particularly adorable though. Let me say around the screen here. So yeah. Now you know. Now you know. It's actually off the screen. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with Unreal, because every time I start to work on something, Unreal breaks it. Like, it sounds so cool on paper, and then Unreal breaks it, and it's no longer cool on paper. Somehow it hasn't broken this map yet. Yet, he says. I mean, it kind of broke some things when I moved to UE4. That's true. I think the problem I'm having is that their open world maps are garbage. Like, they sound cool on paper, but they break all the time. There's so much wrong with them. They're like, oh, you can make this huge map that's miles and miles across. Yeah, you can. But you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to have some critical error at some point, and then break, and then you're going to have to sit there all this time to fix it, and there's a good chance you could just lose the map. So it's like, okay. Yeah, this one's still here, though. One of the first maps I made, too. It just happens to have made it. I was going to do a very Alice in Wonderland thing. Well, here's the thing, and this boggles my mind. If you make a small level like this, and you don't make it open world, you don't use their open world thingy like that, the level takes up a whole bunch of space. Like, some of the levels I made were like an entire gig all by themselves, right? Just the file for the actual map. Okay. But then you make it an open world and it's like 3 megabytes, and you're like, but why? Hell, I can't make this jump. Actually, she has a multi-jump. I don't even want to do it. I don't know why that works like that. Also, if you don't make it an open world level, then it doesn't cull things. So, you get less graphics overall. Because, I mean, those maps can be huge. They don't have to really be open, but, it still sets the culling up for you. So you don't have to worry as much about it. That's nice, except for it also just breaks all the goddamn time. I could still make an Alice in Wonderland style game. Yeah, like it makes sense. It's just every time it's broken, it just keeps breaking. So I don't know what to do. I mean, simple reality is, yeah. Oh, the water broke again on this. God. Everything was working, and then it just wasn't. Ugh. There was like a waterfall and everything. I kind of lost a bit of heart on this project when everything got broken by Unreal 4. I mean, Unreal 5, my bad. Should have stuck with Unreal 4. Mistakes were made. Now, if I go back to Unreal 4, I have to restart. This used to lead to a map. I think it's just broken now because I don't think the map even exists. But I'm going to go through it anyway and see if it stares. Probably does. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere because there's no map to go to or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this project for a while because, I mean, I had multiple maps and I was like, I don't have them anymore. They all broke. Sure they do. Basically every AAA game that comes out is made in Unreal now. Like almost nothing's made in Unity except for some, you know, except for mobile stuff. Some indie crap. It used to be a pretty big engine, but now Unity's kind of, well, it seems like a dying engine, honestly. But, for a while, like, Unity was the engine to use. I mean, Unreal became an engine that was used by a lot of AAA thingies, but over time, I don't know. It's so easy to do graphics in this that any idiot can do it. That's the difference. And it's easy to do physics things, which is a huge, huge asset. However, the world's really pushing towards mobile, so yeah, you can make these neat things, but does that matter? I don't know. Maybe it does. Because, you know, oh, that's right. This is... Oh, okay. Well, welcome to Unreal Engine.
Something is off.
I agree. Something is. Repairing all these things, blah, blah, blah. Needs to be rebuilt. Okay. Nice. Well, normally it runs much better than that, but I was also doing some dumb crap on here, so who knows. Finish loading the map. Right. So, you know, as much as I talk up Unreal Engine's doing cool things, even in streaming, it's crashed a bunch of times and it'll crash the stream too, so I'm uncertain what to do with this engine. It sounds real cool on paper, it can do a lot of neat things. I was blocking this area also, people couldn't run away because I was testing a randomizer that just built upwards. Though, I kind of like it without them though. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. If it's going to keep breaking every time I get anywhere in it, and apparently not even finish building things, then I'll never finish. Okay. Here, I talk up the engine and it sits there and does dumb crap. Oh. Coughing fit going. So I don't know. I really don't know what to do with this engine. I usually just test things out. Thanks for swinging by, Mike. I'm, maybe I'll have a better idea what I'm even doing with this engine in the meantime. I don't think I'm going to switch Poppet Quest over necessarily, because I just don't want to start over. I really don't. I just don't want to. I don't think there's even much demand either way on the game anyway, so it's mostly just me messing around and testing things out on this, because it's fun. Can't get over this edge. Oh no. I got a sticky thing to grab onto things, which is kind of fun to do. Still probably my favorite thing to do in the engine at the moment, but it's got to be some sort of randomizer that makes something interesting. I think that's really what would be the best choice, because at least then you don't have to worry about the game crashing or the engine just destroying your stuff. Definitely not another open world thingy. God. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Maybe I'll just play an actual game. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Jumping around like an idiot, which seems to be the random go-to of that. Yeah. Install a game real fast. Maybe. I don't even know what I want to play these days. What in the world?
Marvelous AQL.
What the? Why are you full screening at me, weirdo? Oh. I was considering playing Half Minute Hero because I thought the game was really fun back in the day. And they made a weird other version. I was like, oh, this game's cool. I'll mess with this. But do I have an any button? What a loud game. Okay. Can I resize the window though? That's what I want to do. Yeah. Quiet, you. More quiet. Change graphics, good. It's actually up here. No. Can I make it larger? No good. It's just alt enter or not, huh? Well, I can't use that. Well, never mind on that one. I'll figure out how to make it work, I guess, but that wasn't very exciting. Oh, I should test this stuff before stream. I don't know. Guess I have all these games that Epic has given me. Surely one of them is playable. I do so much better when I actually have a task figured out. No, I have this. Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. That sounds like it could be fun. Gotta play it windowed mode though, which sucks. Or I could work in Unreal, I don't know. I think the problem is I actually enjoy working on games more than I enjoy playing the games. You know? Best way to put it. I think that's really what it is. Or really just like doing art. And chatting with people. By that standard, maybe I should make incarnate streams. Art's such a not very valuable skill overall these days. I could try that. I have no idea what I'm doing. 51 minutes into the stream, no clue. I just wanted to chat with people. Sure. Why not? Why not? I'll wait for it to load, blah, blah, blah. It's, of course, full screen on the other screen, because why? Why wouldn't it be? It'll probably just crash. Oh my god. I need to do this before the stream. It's still loading, but it's set full screen on the other screen because that said it's the active screen, so anything that opens up that people don't necessarily see what it is before I do, so just in case it's got personal information. And unfortunately the other screen is huge, so it doesn't work. I really need a smaller screen for the streaming screen, and then the actual work screen should be the big one. I tend to work on the streaming screen, so... Now, maybe I just stick with RPG Maker because it gives me a task. Not a great task, but it's something to watch, and then I'm working on it towards a goal. Whereas playing a game, I don't know. I really don't have the drive that I once did towards a lot of that. Maybe it's just being sick. Maybe that's why I don't have the drive for anything. I should become a React streamer. Oh my gosh. Yeesh. I don't know. Yeah, I really need to set things up beforehand. Okay. I want to drag the window. Oh my god, it grabs the mouth and I can't drag the window. You gotta grab it without tabbing to it. And then I can't resize it. Excellent. Okay, well, if you ever want your experience with gaming to be the worst thing you've ever done in your life, I highly recommend trying to stream a game. Because you got like windowed mode and things. Oh, I don't know. Creepy looking. Nice, nice. And now it's back on the other screen. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that right now. Sick me has no interest in anything. Good. I'll come back. I'll set it all up later. I don't want to do it. Alright. I could go back to just working on my project. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to come up with a better plan every day. A lot of times it just comes down to a lack of desire to work on, to play a game. Socializing and art. Oh my god, I've turned into a freaking Lily Pichu. Only she's a much better artist than I am, I believe. She's a lot faster, and I think I do more of a variety of things, but she's definitely faster at her particular art style. Do I want to save the other game? I mean, people did like the other game. But saving this other game is going to require me to basically just rebuild it on top of Poppet Quest. If I was going to do that. So do I want to do that? Well, this game's controller based, that's right. I guess it kind of works like that, but it's mostly controller based. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those, I'm so far along, and I could just sit there and do the art style that's like that and just do Incarnate all night, which would be not the worst thing I've ever done. I like Incarnate, I like the style, and so far, I mean, just in the last 2 times I've used Unreal Engine, it broke something by crashing yet again. Actually, the last 3 times it crashed a stream and ended it too, so I really don't know. Like, on the one hand, it seems like it's so easy, but is it? Then I guess the other question is whatever you get to market from this, is it even good enough to merit taking it to market? I mean, nobody really even plays Poppet Quest, so well, I don't know. I keep having to stop to deal with sick issues. Kind of sucks. So, this has a plan. I don't think the gameplay mechanic is that bad. Where does all this crap even go? I have no idea. Like, do I want to sit there and rescue this game? I mean, this game's biggest mechanic was that you're, dragging things with and then completing a puzzle. I don't know. I am starting to see how long it takes to do anything new. It looks so neat. Some things are really easy to set up. Other things I have no idea how easy it is to set up. I could just do funny things like animations in there and stuff and not even bother the other stuff. No? So, would I want to do that? Rebuild on top of Poppet Quest to fix this game up? Because, I mean, it would fix a lot. Like, if these things just had the AI of the teddies, they'd already be better than they are. I don't know. I remember setting all these things up takes forever. Like getting the hitbox for that setup. Why is that not on there? Print screen. Yeah, like getting that kind of thing set up took forever because you can't really see it in advance. So irregular shapes, like it doesn't even work that great. In the corner, it doesn't work very well because of the shape. The image is too much. So, I guess what I need to do is dictate the actual story of where this is going. Like, make a game Bible. Because I'm... Oh, wow, that's just... a catastrophe? What in the world? It's not really repeating anything too much. I mean, the initial forbidden things are there, but I would just rework all that. Oh. And the maps in this are even way smaller, too. Hmm. Hmm. I wouldn't do the 2D thing with this. If I did, let's just say, for the sake of argument, I did work on this. I wouldn't bother with the 2D stuff. I'm pretty certain. Because you have to just double up on all the graphics. Like, I have 2D images for her, which I promptly put over in Poppet Quest. But my biggest regret with Poppet Quest is that I actually did those 2D things in the first place, honestly. It's the same ridiculous run, because I just recycled the run. So, you know, I do that. I really got to figure out some of this. That's why this game has always been in dev hell, because I never had a great idea for where it was going. But what if, and I'm just saying I picked an idea and went with it? Preferably a realistic idea, because right now, a lot of these ideas aren't very realistic. Yeah, still feeling sick. That's probably really contributing to me not having a very good concept of what I want to do. I'm sitting there going, well, maybe this, maybe this. But the issue is, I have no idea. Also, I think the other problem with this game is initially, the sequence that we're building in this game was actually a very short version of the other game. She never had to sit there and try to, save herself from being, keeling over dead or drag things to fix, like, stuff in her head, and none of that. That was never a thing. She was mostly just running from murderers through a forest and, ends up getting hurt and basically just rescued by someone else, because let's just be real here, the average female doesn't rescue themselves at all. Even the above average female doesn't usually rescue themselves at all, so it makes no sense to do that. I do like the art style. I think the art style will take a very long time because you can make it incarnate, but it does look cool. It would give stream content. I think people would enjoy watching me working incarnate. It does kind of have a charm. Oh, I'll bring this on the stream. There's a lot of maps are made in there. I am still limited to whatever graphics Incarnate has, and I can kind of tweak them a bit, but I just keep thinking of how long it takes to accomplish anything in Unreal Engine. Some things are really fast. Like, base graphics are easy, but the hard thing to do is story. Story is so hard to do in Unreal Engine because animating characters and moving them around is really challenging. It takes so much time to set up and, move faces and do things like that, and keep things with words and things. But just running around, having a level do that is so easy, which is exactly why the games indies make don't usually have any form of story. So if that's the case, it would almost make sense for me to make games that had no story, and were just a mechanic that was fun. Why did I put that map? I was curious. I was originally plotting out the greater city where, like, Miranda lived, but for this to work, like, RM could never handle a map like this. I'd have to break it into chunks. It could be done. As you can see, these are, it goes pretty detailed. Not this is ever intended to be a map to play on. I was just trying to set up the where I thought things would be. Then I did the same thing in Unreal Engine, but then it broke. Oh. I don't know. Could I rescue this game? Maybe. He's kind of broken. Wouldn't that be awful? You're thinking, oh, I'll do some variety things today, and then I just start, you know, messing with RPG Maker anyway. What's that I mess with Unreal Engine? Yeah, hi Leaf, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. The second prototype of Poppet Quest is out. It is free, and it is available on itch. Where is it at? It is on... I'll post a link in the thing. Doot. Clean that up. Yeah, it's available right there. For anyone who wants to test it. And it's, it takes about an hour to beat. Hour and 10 minutes, I guess. And then I'm sitting there and trying to decide what to do with its sister game, the one I was originally making, if I'm going to save it or whatever. Move it to Unreal Engine or, I don't know, something. This one just featured a better logo. That was its big claim to fame. Got mechanics and everything, so... So, maybe I save this game. Maybe. Yeah, it's got a good look. It has a good idea behind it, but... I don't know. Not gonna lie, the, a lot of the problems that have been kind of fixed by Poppet Quest, because, well, they've kind of jumped code back and forth. One's, Poppet Quest is originally based on this one's code, and now this one's code will probably fix the Poppet Quest code, but I don't know. It takes a long time to do all this stuff in RM, so I'm like, should I move it to the other engine? Should I do that, or do I just stick with the 2D art style it looks decent enough? I mean, I don't know. I recently broke a bunch of things, testing things out, trying to move it over to... Actually, when it got moved to MZ, it got a bunch of things broken with it, and I've been fixing them, but... Got the wrong picture in the corner there, but, yeah, the mechanics of you, drag things places. The trail behind you, and you fight with the trail behind you. All the enemies are broken and messed up at the moment, but... Try to catch them on the trail, and... You can press a button to explode the trail, and that will, you know, hurt them. And they have different trails that do different things. And the goal is to get these, well, wherever the puzzle pieces are, the big puzzle pieces, and drag them with back to the exit. They follow your path, so. And you have the ability to do a quick travel places. But also, to make it more interesting, the map is being disintegrated from the side here, as you can see. But if you try to go too far over, it'll hit you back. And you can tell where the map's been disintegrated to by this bar on the screen. And normally, in order to fix that, there's a certain number of hourglasses on the map that can be dragged to the exit, and if you do that, then it will cause the effect to give you the option to reset the thing. But I currently have that disabled, so I just have a built-in reset right now. It resets it, and then... Oh, I guess I'm too close to it here, but... the map regrows. And as you collect the pieces, it builds up in the corner. Sometimes they're really close to the edge there, and it's kind of a problem. So, that's the current plan behind it. They also follow this too. So the mechanic becomes you fight with this thing here, but while you're doing that, you can't pull things, so you have to protect yourself and at the same time do things like that. Plus you get things to make you go farther too, or extend the path behind you. And when you find all the pieces, well, it opens up the way to the next area. Or you die. There's that too. If you can't get them all in time, or you run out of hourglasses, or you just take too much damage. There are health items that drop from things, which I didn't bother to luck into any of them at the moment. I might just have them randomly spawn on the map. But it's in a pretty rough state. Also, this thing makes you temporarily invincible and does damage. There's normally supposed to be a bar that reduces, but I guess I disabled that. I don't know. This version's broken. It's supposedly the latest version, but I don't know what I was thinking. Poor game gets a bunch of weird ideas every time, and I just keep adding them to the game. And that's why it's always been in dev hell. You can see though, if you, if the thing eats the portal here, you can't even get things into it, so I might move the portal back over to the side. It also damages you too. I'm also getting over the plague. And there was also a 2D area for this that I'm probably not going to keep. So that's the other game I could save. I just don't know if I want to or not. I mean, maybe. If there's interest in people, you know, like in me working on it and people watching me work on it or something, then sure. I mean, there is something to be said for just producing something that, you know, an RPG maker that nobody else is going to produce. But would it be better to just produce that same thing in like Unreal Engine? I don't know. But basically, if I was going to rescue it, what I do is I take the entire code for Poppet Quest, dump it on there, and then put the other graphics on top of it, and then just change numbers around it. That's really what will happen. Poppet Quest has a way better system underneath the hood, so... Because it's... I mean, I don't know if you've even checked... Well, actually, you swung by when I was messing with Poppet Quest, right? So... Everything's much smoother, all the enemies are... I could give it a shot. Do everything. You know, if I had infinite time, I probably would. But let's say if I did do that, let's play that idea here. I don't know what else I'm doing today, so why not? I should actually build the two games literally like on top of each other and just like have it as essentially one file and I just disable whichever half's not being used. I could do that. It would be pretty funny, like double developing games. It's not even the worst idea actually. Instead of splitting them at all. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the way it's developed so it can be expanded upon, right? But why do I have to expand upon it with enemies that aren't even there? Like, you know, that aren't or expand upon it from like things that are just in that game. Like you sit there and go, well, depending upon which number you select here for setting up an object, it just makes that character. So the teddies, the tiger kitties, the berries, these things are all here. Which destroyable spawned. It's definitely divided we dev. I could expand upon it. The only mechanics that really get added in are the weird path mechanic and the world being eaten and having to regrow it. Do I do the game on top of a game? I really like the idea of not having to make an entirely separate game. If I just fuse the two games together. And then just, you know, have everything separate so that I can just remove whatever I'm not using for each game when I release it. There is something to be said for, you know, recycling work. You don't gotta do it again. And the idea of that does please me greatly. It is funny. Of course, the downside is trying to figure out which file goes with which. Would be kind of awkward. I'll just release it as the multi-game. At the start, you pick which game you're going to play. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe the AAA companies have it right. Don't reinvent the wheel. Recycle the wheel. By recycle, I mean put new coat of paint on it and go, yep, that's good. That's good indeed. Okay, this hypothetical is a lot funnier than I thought. And I'm also fresh off of Unreal Engine breaking yet another thing. It crashed like 3 times and broken things in the last 3 times I've used it, so... Okay, the last 4 times. I technically used it yesterday morning on stream for like almost no time. I keep doing all this work in Unreal Engine and it keeps getting taken away by just it breaking, so it's just how it is. Hybrid? But we're in the future now. It's all about hybrids, right? Wop, wop, wop. Almost Unreal. Yeah, it's I like to joke that it's basically the Todd Howard engine. Because, you know, whenever you Skyrim, after you mod it enough times, eventually doesn't ever exit, it just crashes. That's how you exit your game. Pretty much. The puns are strong. It is much dad joke. You now have many children. We are the proud father of. So, here's the thing. Do I just put both games in the options just to select which game you're about to play? Or do I make it light for people and not actually have both games literally on top of each other? Like they recycle something, but I just keep the files separate and then delete the thing, so this way they don't have all the same. Huh. Well, I mean, the 2 games aren't that big. I think if you combine the 2, it'd only be something like... How big are they? Let's see. even unrefined. This is like 400 megs, but it could easily be pared down quite a bit. Like I said, the big problem is it's not really set up to have this stuff. That's right. Only you can feel shame. Nobody else can make you feel the shame. Huh. Well, here's the plus side of putting the two games on top of each other, making it literally just like a pick which game you're going to play at the start. When you release a game in RPG Maker, it adds NWJS to it, which is like over 300 megabytes all by itself. Because Poppet Quest, after it's been refined, is 213 megs. However, where's the release here? Prototype 2, after the NWJS is added, it is 869. That's not right. 548 megabytes, and it zips down to 320. But those extra megabytes are only added once if you literally put the games on top of each other. You can't, because RM is not actually well, at least MV and MZ don't run. Sorry, coughing fit. They don't run inside like themselves. They run inside of NWJS. It's like a little mini Chromium browser that they put inside. So you are stuck with that unless you can run it via a web browser. However, that causes problems because a lot of people's plugins do not work in web browsers. I tested this. Poppet Quest does not work in a web browser. And then if you're going to run it on itch.io in a web browser, it has to have less than 1,000 files. I'm just going to go and show you a fun number here. Here are the number of images in Poppet Quest. 6,467 files. So it might be a little bit above the number that they have, the requirement there, you know, less than 1,000 files, but just a little, just a fraction. It's barely anything. Don't even worry about it. It's not even a number. Yeah, or I could make my own website, but then like I said, I have to reprogram everything to work with that, and it's kind of a problem. Pretty much, not gonna lie, RPG Maker doesn't really make it faster, that's for certain. Right now I'm looking at some Japanese plugin for the potential option to, what was it doing? To allow players to rebind the keys. A feature that is present in every other engine, but oh my gosh, getting it to happen in RPG Maker is such a challenge. It's just not meant to be. It's just not. Half the instructions are in Japanese. That says everything right there. Google Translate and hope, I guess. I know when I try to open the thing there, it like in a empty project, it errors. I was like, cool. That's a good way to start when you try to use this plugin on a nothing project with nothing in it. It doesn't even work. Cool. Means I'm going to have to fix their plugin. Nice. Or tell them. Which I just haven't done yet. It would be an interesting shtick to have two different games in the same game. It really would. Huh. Well. Let me open up a version that is set for that I can mess with, so if I break it, I don't have to worry that much. Yeah, about that. Did I not copy that? Doing dumb things is kind of what makes me laugh, so that is half of why I like this engine. Don't ruin the one that works. No, don't save any changes. Don't ruin the one that works. Ruin the one that doesn't. Alright, so. I guess I can just copy this one here, right? And then I'm just going to copy all the light placements when I'm doing. I don't need that. These are all things that are just specifically for that. You're not starting a game from here, continuing a game, or doing options or in this sort. Actually, that's incorrect. Do you know what I'm going to do? If I want to make this really cool, what if I split it down the center of the screen, right? And on the one hand, if you fly one way, it turns into Poppet going towards things. You fly the other way, it turns into Miranda running towards her thing. So it's like two different worlds that are just split. I kind of like that idea. I kind of like that idea a lot. That sounds exactly weird enough for me. Plus sparkles. Can never have enough sparkles. Alright, well. We'll keep 2 of these. And by 2, I mean it's just going to be a copy of this event. That's fair. For whatever it's worth, the art style of art was a much better art style than Poppet Quest art style. At least for getting clicks. People seem to like it. This has a background on it, right? Oh, this is just extra things that don't need to be there, right? The background is this. No? That's the background. Okay, I don't need this. I'm recycling this as hard as I possibly can. That's gonna make some of these events so complicated. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go with a simple switch. God, this thing needs to be cleared out so bad, but at least I could clear it all out at once. I'd like the switch to just be number 1. In fact, I think it's going to be number 1. I'm just going to take this game flow thingy and put it in the middle of this, and I guess it becomes less organized, but for purposes of remembering where this very important switch is, it's going to be here. These aren't used for anything anyway. And this one's just going to be, which game? You know, I could use a variable. I'm just saying. Thus implying there might be a third game. Am I going to be that guy? I might be that guy. I now want to be that guy. I want to be the guy. Let's put it that way. Oh, yeah. Straight up, I want to be the guy game. Yep, yep, yep. Exactly. Be the guy. I'm gonna have to have all these variables separated far better than they are. Well, the good news is I don't know what the cap is on this, but I think it's a big number. How many can I have? What's the cap? Okay, well, I think I won't run out. 5,000 seems like more than enough. I can set the 5,000th variable for which game it is. Ha! I'm not doing that. We'll have 400. At some point, it does increase your game's decrease your game's performance because it has to go through an array of all these variables every time you reference it. So you actually would suffer a small, well, actually a surprising amount of game issue for that. I'm just planning out the exact way I want to do this merging of the two games. Maybe I'll go up to 5 or something. I'm gonna have to move a bunch over for Poppet Quest, for art. But it can recycle a lot of these. I guess it doesn't really matter where I do this specific one here. Any empty one that's just not particularly important here. So game flow would make the most sense wherever it's at. At 100, sure. Oh. Well, we'll default it to 0 for the one that works, and then do 1 for the game that doesn't, so. Actually, I should have just used the portal event. Yeah. I should use the portal events. Or should I? Wait a minute. No. No. Game select. I don't need to have 2 title screens. That's weird. Now this one's going to go from 24 to 14. Sure. Guess I'll put them right here. And then just a simple transfer command should be enough. Wait. These don't work like that necessarily. So we'll set the transfer info here. Play Poppet Quest. And it'll just, that's already set up and good. Actually, I already have it set up here, it's fine. Because it's just going to do this one anyway. But you're not going to the opening, you're going to the title. So it's just a transfer. Title screen is 1, so 1:19:11 is where it's going, and I think title is the actual. Or does it just load a lot for me here? It does, doesn't it? Yeah, so just 1:19:11. Okay. I have 2 different portal systems, and they are, one is set up for a more permanent thing, and the other one is set up for just going between all the areas in the game. All right. 1 second. Let me just go ahead and copy this map right on over. Oh. Wait, this is this order. Maps. Sure. So number 17. And where does this one want to be placed at? It defaults the player to 1141, so 17, 11, 41 is where we're going. Right. $17, 11, 41. It's about the only way this game's ever getting released anyway. Just on the back of the other one. The game that exists to save it from itself. I set both these to transfer. That transfers to that, but there's one other transfer that auto transfers if you run through the full logo. Actually, let me just copy paste so I don't have to think about it. Getting to the exact location. It's obviously not set up perfect yet, but let's get a visual where we're at. Sure. That's promising. Why? Oh, that's because the HUD doesn't change there. Of course, of course. And the player is locked, of course. There were things that were undone on that map that need to be included, apparently. Put empty, clean up. Actually, I'm just going to copy the cement real fast and then remove what I don't need. Gotta lock the player down. I guess I'll run those. I'm probably not going to want to run those yet, honestly, but for now. Oh, well, thanks for swinging by and for giving me a terrible but wonderful idea. Now, if anyone goes, why did you do this? I'll be like, Leaf Anderson told me. I'm good. You're totally getting blamed. Sucks to be you. Unless it's amazing and everyone's like, oh, this is awesome. In which case, yeah, it was my idea. Just kidding. Mostly. Yeah, anyway, catch you later. Those are the best ideas. The best ideas indeed. Gosh, I'm so slow. Oh, I've copied events that didn't have that. Huh. Wait a minute. Can I just recycle the same title screen? Well, it would kind of mess with the visual of the title screen, wouldn't it? You really want the only variance between the two games to be right here. Oh, but the saves will be merged. So, that's something to think about. Let me think about this. There's almost no reason to have another map if that's the case. But they have different title screens. And they both kind of set their games up. Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Terrible, but interesting. Um. Hmm. What I could do is just start the game at different locations and then figure it out as I go. That's not a bad idea. Like, let's see what it would take to make this even run. Right, stairs immediately, right? Sure. It might be a hybrid, but it doesn't have all the files for that one yet. Oh, there's going to be some fun problems here. I can already see it. Uh-huh. I'm going to take a bio break real fast while I think about this. Be right back. I think I've thought about what I need to do. All the files for these need to be merged here. Well, you're just having problems. I think I haven't restarted my computer in a while, which is probably an issue. It's been on for all day. Definitely seems to have problems. Windows is not the operating system it once was, it feels like. Every new update makes it so much crappier. Okay, I don't know why that's having problems, but sure. Okay. Nice windows. Well done. Well done. Dude. I'm trying to figure out how to get the stuff to come back. Gotta refresh here. Close this. Oh my gosh. Really, Windows? It took away all my bars and everything like that, so I have no way to easily select anything. I don't tab. How to relaunch Explorer? Is that just it? Gotta restart the Explorer exe. Right, we're fixing this problem right in the middle of this thing here, don't mind me. One moment, we have technical difficulties. Run new task. Actually, task manager. The world has decided this weird hybrid thing is a bad idea. Can already tell. Oh, this guy's talking about Windows 11. Nobody uses Windows 11. That's weird. I'm just studying this right now, so trying to figure out what the heck is up here. God, this guy's a retard. Learn the language. This is not like making fun of those people, you know, Dad. It's making fun of this guy for being dumb. You're trying to restart Task Manager. You can't hit the start button. That's the whole point. Like, I mean, I'm trying to get it to run in the first place. I figured it out because this guy's dumb. It's, you know, from Task Manager, you can go to, so, run task, and you just type explorer.exe. And now I have a start menu back, so I can actually open things again. Cool. It's kind of handy. I'm not gonna lie, it really is. All this because I wanted to look at the music that was in one of the games. I didn't even get to the rest of it. I just wanted to look at the music. Oh my god. Oh, I'll do that on screen. You never know what might be available. But you might not want people to see. Personal information is insidious in its ability to be in places it's just obnoxious at. Okay, so we're going to rename all the files that this uses to art beforehand. There's so many tracks in here. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Why does it take you this long to read this? I think it's because it wants all this crap. It defaults to information that nobody cares about, like contributing artists. I'm listening to a bunch of music tracks. You know what I really want to have? I want it to be just, like this should not be a, no, just general items. Stop looking for that crap. It's just instant then. I care about what type of file it is, and maybe when I last use it, and potentially the size. That's it. That's all I care about anything. Wish I could remove every other option besides that as my window option. Really? We're gonna fight like that? Wow. I don't even know what tracks Art even uses. But the reasoning for this is that when I go to release it, if I decide to not release them as the same game, like I just have them separate and being produced at the same time, then I don't have to do anything special. Plus, I can be like, well, I'm not really starting another game. I only have like the one game. I'll say it exactly like that. Don't question it. Or do, whatever. Damn, questioning my game, huh? Jeez. Yeah, I don't think I actually want to make true 3D games. I think if I'm going to tell a story, I think it's just too much work for a single dev. Like, if I wasn't a solo dev, it'd be different, but I don't have anyone to work with, so... I think it's kind of just asking a lot of that should not be happening. Like, just asking questions shouldn't be asked. We take all these and dump them in here. In our incredibly bad idea. Because that's just how we roll around here. Mm-hmm. Watch it all go boom. It's gonna go boom a lot till I get everything here. And once these things here, sure. Alright. Well, I knew this was going to be a pain, but if I can build the two games literally together on the same code, then I won't have to sit there and keep on adapting the code back and forth. So. I guess technically I could just make Miranda playable over in the other game. Now we're doing? I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm gonna rescue this game yet. I just know this. I'm gonna put this prefix before every single asset involved with this. Okay, what am I doing here? Keep a backup. I should copy the files over and then change the names. It's a lot smarter. Can I make the two games at exactly the same time? Important questions that I probably never should have asked myself. Maybe? Maybe indeed. Probably. Honestly, what I should really be doing is just making her a playable character in Poppet Quest first, right? And then make maps for her. Probably a lot smarter, right? Because right now, I'm gonna just make the games completely separate. Well, if I put them together, then what that'll do is it'll provide a very unique thing where people can select out of 2 different games to play when they just open it up. Just cause. I don't like to advertise one thing, right? Whoa. Watching the sudden jump of people, okay. Well, for those people who are watching, I did just mess this up, didn't I? I did. Let me fix it back. But I shouldn't have done it in the first place, honestly, but I should have just moved the files over and then changed them. Did not, though. Unbreak my copy of this game. Someone gave me this terrible idea of taking a game that I am currently working on that basically is the refined, better version of the code, or of the tube, and just taking my game that's been in dev hell forever and just building it right on top. So that there are 2 different games in the same thing. And apparently ever since, bad things have been happening. This is partially in response to me messing with Unreal Engine and it crashing over and over and over and just destroying project after project. And me having to have backups for each day because it just crashes and breaks another project. You're just like, what the? Unreal Engine 5 is a catastrophe. In testing, it's so cool looking, it seems so great until you mess with it. And then it breaks. Everything. I do like it. But I am a bit confused on how I'm ever going to make a game with it if it just keeps breaking things. Like, last stream it crashed after me messing, actually 2 streams ago it crashed after me messing with the maps in a game, just building a bunch of things. Working on this, 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer map. And completely annihilated the entire texture for the landscape. It's not the first time that map's been broken, but it's kind of dumb. It just keeps breaking. Can't have 2 games running at the same time. So the plan, though, is to take this game, get this, which has been in dev hell forever, and then put it on top of Poppet Quest code, which is the one that I already have on, it's free on itch.io, there's a link at the top of the chat. It's the game I currently work on all the time, but I just put the second prototype for it yesterday, and I didn't want to mess with it today, yet here I am, going, well maybe I'll mess with it today. Yeah, okay. Seems like the worst plan. Maybe the best plan. I have no idea. It would make for a very unique thing, though. Because this poor game has, it's just been all over the place. It really just has. But since it shares so much similar code between the two, the only mechanics that are truly different are, well, this world-eating mechanic and her fighting by running around and trying to basically leave paths behind her that she explodes, so that's something. That's like a really brief jump in traffic there for a lot, like 5 people. That's weird. And then they were all gone. Maybe that image is just a better choice of images. I don't know. What if I do that, then I can actually make maps of these things, which is its own content. Of course, so was making maps in the other. I never finished this map. I got, like, had health problems and never got to finish. Also, stars appear behind everything now? Really? So... the two games could save each other, basically. Well, I mean, Poppet Quest is its own thing, but... the other option is just to abandon RM entirely. I don't know. If I do that... God, that's the problem with this game. I can't make up my mind. Because right now, to fix this game, I'm going to have to rebuild everything anyway. But the amount of content available in this is so much less than the amount of content available in the other. Could just make a top-down game with, like, you know, these levels and how you run through them. Got a randomizer already. I have no idea. The idea is interesting, but now I also feel like I might be just bringing Poppet Quest down. It would make a real name in the RM community, though. Whereas if I release an Unreal Engine game, who cares? Maybe some players might, but I don't know if I'll get the viewership. I don't know at all. It's an interesting idea, the double game. I'm gonna have to rename a lot of files. And the big challenge will be this map right here. All the numbers are going to be wrong. Also, this uses self-variable set. This is a better setup than the other one. There were improvements I made on this game that were better than improvements on the other game. But I went with the other one because it had a better enemy system. Everything was set up far better. But this has, like, it's just all over the place on a lot of things, so I don't know how I feel about those. I'll think about this one. I could save it. But if I'm going to do that, I should just make Miranda playable in the other game and test it out. Because it'd be a fun Easter egg for her. The other option is just to simply go with the Unreal Engine. This is apparently just a derp around stream, evidently. I think I could play a game on it, because I went to try that earlier and it had problems like crazy. I should never plan things while sick in the middle of a stream. You see all the issues I've had where I don't even know where I'm going with this. This doesn't even have a solid story. I think what I should be really doing on stream right now is setting up the exact order of how events happen in this game to decide what I want to do. Or I could just simply sit there and go right back to Poppet Quest and just make Prototype 3 because Poppet Quest is a playable game. And not even waste my time trying to rescue a game that is just broken when Poppet Quest works. You know? Like, if a game works, it seems kind of stupid to worry about the broken game. I mean, but they rely on really similar mechanics. Maybe this one is better. I don't know. This one uses even less variables for its stuff. Oh wait, no. This is the other one here. What did Poppet Quest use? Well, like technically the same game, but I'm probably not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna hybrid or not. Oh. Okay. Let me just open the normal one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the hybrid thing. It's an interesting idea. I think it's funny, but I think I might put Miranda as a playable character in here and then add things for her if I decide to make that a thing. It'd just be weird. We kind of disjointed though. And then I'm working on a different story at the same time. Oh, that just sounds like a recipe for disaster. It's funny, it really is. Oh, I know what I was doing. I need to grab a bunch of old files. Just before export here. Because I literally deleted certain things. Well, mostly I deleted one very important thing. And that's what parallax I need. A very specific parallax. Because without this, it wouldn't even be usable. I don't think I made any other changes that made the biggest difference, but this thing here. Where you at? I believe I closed it weird. It's kind of like my cipher for what actually goes on in this map. Without that, I have no idea. It's like impossible to figure it out. Did not keep the voodoo doll boss at Binky. There's not even a voodoo doll boss event. Wow. Huh. Kinda derping around with no idea what I'm doing. Besides being sick, which really is probably affecting exactly why I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Probably. I could plan for more Poppet Quest stuff. I don't know. I'm totally getting some people kind of interested, sorta. But the number of people interested isn't that high. Perhaps I make a game. Or we can play a game. Yeah, I don't know why I picked all these things today. I really don't. I was gonna play like a game, but I'm not even in a game mood. I'm more in like a art mood than I am anything else. Or just a derp around mood. Can't believe I don't have a Voodoo Doll boss event. It seems so weird of me not to have that. Like, I knew they were broken, but they shouldn't be that broken. Bugaboo, the Tiger Kitty. Shadow any boss shot, Darkness Pool. We'll call it Binky Shot. Binky Fire Pillar. Binky? Oh my gosh, it's like the pink version of Binky. Second cousin. I actually just wanted to stream to chat with people. That's oh, ha, ha, oh my god. I literally just left it on the freaking be right back all that time. Holy crap. Really? Yeah, I did that. I did that. Don't mind me. I did it. Wow. Maybe I'm feeling less good than I thought. Maybe I'm not sleeping enough. Who knows? Right. Okay, well, that was depressing. Everything I was talking about doing and showing, just not even showing. I wonder how long I did that. Ooh, look back there and laugh at how long I did that. Alright, it's working. I don't know. I don't see anything that says I didn't show it. Oh, wait. Yeah. Wow. Oh my god. I think I ran it for like 15 minutes. No wonder those people who showed up were like, whoa, there's nothing going on. Yeah, you're right. Wow. What a disaster. 5 people show up and I... Sometimes. Turn the microphone off just in time to cough. Perfect. Okay. It sucks. I'd rather stick with one game at a time. The second game idea just means that it'll never get done. I see how long it takes to make these games, and as much as I would love to rescue the other game, I don't know. Seems like it'd be hard to rescue. But it'd probably be good for stream content. The Poppet Quest could be one mighty horror game. It wanted to be. I was working on that and then I stopped. I don't want to type through all this today. I need to plan out the story and everything like that, which I could do on stream as well. I was testing this out and working on her hair. To make certain this is actually going. Dude streamed a bunch of hours FF7, realized there was no sound. I'm telling you, I've definitely been there. It's working on her hair in a second. I was just replying back to this guy. It's not like there's anyone currently watching anyway, right? So yeah, that's not a big deal. It sucks. Okay. Activate cloth paint. I think like 60 is about right. Oh. Probably. Actually, is it? Are we gonna try gradient instead? Usually the problem with gradient isn't it just does the whole thing. It never seems to work the way it says it's going to. Also, it's lag-tastic. Did you freeze again? Oh my god. No, you're not frozen. It's just going real slow. I mean, I could just do a fake gradient myself. Their gradient tool so far proven to be very bad. Actually, let me double check something. Paint gradient tool. Make certain I'm not using the putting the things backwards. It might be. One moment, we're just scrolling through some dumb crap. Okay, I was using it right. I'm just making certain that it was actually starts with green here and ends with the red, because I've definitely done the opposite. Oh, actually, I've definitely noticed it doesn't really seem to do it very well. I thought maybe I had it backwards or something, and that's why it was working like crap all the time, but apparently it's not very well done well here either. I have no idea. This is probably something you want to be much more careful about. But this is an experiment anyway, so I can't even tell where it's at. Oh my god. Why? Why does it show me the other side? The other side should remain a mystery. Don't you know that, Unreal Engine? Just a giant recycling vat. Dump your spirit in and go. There you go. Get wrecked. There's your heaven. Well, then no one would do anything good. It would be terrible. Like that, basically? I don't know. What happens if I hit OK on that? OK, I mean enter. It like does her whole head, right? That's what it looks like happened. Okay, well then we just go to brush and let's do a 0 on the brush. Freaking weirdo. And just 0 it up all here, you know? Up in this his house. Or is it already 0'd? No, it's not. That's just dumb. Like, it's supposed to stop that, but it doesn't. But I haven't got all day. Not for an experiment that I might have to redo. Oh. I'm gonna click the old smooth thingy just in case I got too far down in some of the spaces there. And this will be my ghetto method. I'm mostly curious about that. Alright. Okay, that's about anticipated. Go ahead and save the character. Now I gotta redo all this crap. Also, should have just rotated it. Where's that even at? You got a lot of extra, but I guess if the brim protects the thing from going over the top, it's not bad either. I really don't understand why it does some of these in the direction it does. It's so weird. I really come to the conclusion I don't enjoy gaming like I once did. Like, so many games... Bang my elbow again on the desk. So many games are just designed to have boring mechanics that are just there to waste a lot of time. Mostly to bore you into paying them money, which I really don't find fun. Ever since the, you know, stupid microtransactions, it's kind of ruined a lot of gaming in my mind. So I just didn't play a lot of them after that. It just didn't seem like something I wanted to do. I probably should play some games periodically because I think people are excited by the games more than they are by... and reactions. Being sick, I don't really react particularly well to anything. Straighten her back out a bit here, I guess. Or is it straightened? I don't even know. Probably should sit there and do this first and shrink it and see which way it shrinks. All too often, it really likes its capsules, but something seemed like a circle might be better. What does that even do? Let's jump in and see. It kind of runs in on her shoulder. Oh, never mind. It's the wrong one. And maybe I'll just start playing random games in there. I don't know. Just try it out for a while, for a week. Who knows? I'm kind of in the don't even know mood at the moment. I don't want to make games right now. Make a lot of bad decisions. Well, it's not stuck in cider anymore. That's a good sign. Looks like those kind of block the top, so that's not terrible. Here I am working on game making anyway. Still coughing and hacking. It's definitely not my finest hours, they say. I thought I was feeling better, but I'm kind of feeling a bit worse at the moment. Definitely not the best. I need to have a thing that basically protects her back so the thing doesn't go into her back. Maybe I need to have like a very, a much more, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. A much more detailed setup here with a lot more colliders to make it nicer. Probably the case. So I think I need to have usually I almost want like a neck option. I could do it off of head and then have chest be a different location entirely. Right? Turn it sideways so that it hits off her shoulders more and then just have a neck option. All too often they forget to have a neck collider and it's like, but neck collider, we need this. Hair going through their neck looks painful and weird. And of course, whenever you're making a female character, there should actually be breast colliders. So, you know, it doesn't go through her chest, which would also look painful and weird. But here we are. It's a little bit better. Problem is her shoulders are huge. This thing in the front is huge. The back is still too big. She's huge. She's got huge colliders, but she's not a big character. She's a pretty tiny female. Well, I mean, she's really tiny female because she's a doll, so obviously that's the tiniest female. And her shoulders are just ridiculous. Oh no, what's that look like? Kind of select play here, it'd be so much easier. Still really high up off her. It isn't the right character, right? Like I literally told it to do this one. Did I not save it? Is that the problem? God, that'd be funny. Poppet remake, save. Let me double check that is actually. I think it's a little better. Still too big. Maybe this is a problem. Lower jaw, lower face rig. It's like they're much higher in the actual game, though, if you notice. Am I even successfully changing it? Is it using the wrong physics? As far as I know, it uses whichever physics it's attached to. Why is it causing this problem? Well, first of all, I think this isn't even updated correctly. Test it again here. Will it fix itself? That's a little better, but now it looks like it goes clean through her chest, but we'll see if that's required in order to actually make it show up in the game. I didn't think it was, but... I don't know, usually I'm spending a day or two just getting a character's collision the way I like it. Well, for females, for guys, it's like done instantly, but... If you're gonna make female characters, you gotta hate your life a lot more. That's how it goes. And what is it hitting? Why is it spiked up when it's not really spiked up on the others? It's not the same collision because it's not going through her back like the other one is, I think. Yeah, it's like her shoulders are really big, but if you look in the other, it's not even the case. It is a little better, though. I have no idea. But I think I can pretty much agree that the other one is not as good. Oh, I can't do that. Wow. And this is what I'm beginning to not like about Unreal Engine. It just crashes all the time. Unreal Engine 5 is an unmitigated disaster. And the more I use it, the more it's an unmitigated disaster. Oh my god. It just keeps breaking and breaking and breaking. It's now 5 times in a row in the last 3 days. You know, I thought it's so cool, but oh, it's not working out well so far. take a lot of coffee breaks here. Well, coughing breaks, coffee break. Yeah. Keep coughing over and over. It's like, ugh, what in the world? Ugh. Maybe I'll just call this stream a wash. Yeesh. I just keep coughing and hacking anyway. And I don't know. Seems a bit like a failed stream when I just don't even know where I'm going with it, what I'm doing. Kind of working on this, but am I working on this? I mean, I was working on it, but then it crashed and I gotta do it all over again. It's just one of those days. So, with no one currently watching, and goodness knows I don't think I'd want to watch right now either, I think I'll come up with a better plan for tomorrow and just take the rest of it off for just being sick. Oof. Terrible. Yeah, I'll just call it. I don't... I've been sick for like 5 days now. This is definitely, and that about sums it up. Anyway, I will catch everyone later. Have a wonderful night, evening, morning, or whatever it is for you. It's Imaginary Villain signing out. I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeesh. Later.